Before I do this, right, I would like to point out some of the following things. Number 1, I'm a heterosexual male. Number 2, I'm in full support of gay marriage. And number 3, I'm an atheist that supports both freedom of speech and religion. That means I support people worshiping whatever deity they so please, whatever system they feel comfortable believing, and expressing whatever is on their mind, as long as it doesn't lead to other people getting hurt. Now that we got those facts straightened out, let's continue. If you're living in America right now, then you're probably aware of the comments made by Dan Cathy, president of Chick-fil-A, and as a result, the ongoing backlash it has created, ranging from various boycotts staged by many gay rights support groups such as the LGBT, to petitioning that their store units should be closed down in college campuses. The efforts of that statement can be felt far and fucking wide. My response? Meh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I fully support gay marriage and rights. If two people of the same sex want to solidify their marriage in a government contract, knock yourselves out. In the same sense, I support those same homosexuals that feel strongly about this statement and their attempts to boycott this conglomerate food chain. The world's your oyster, make it your own. However, I am quite astounded at the response towards Dan Cathy's statement. Didn't anyone see this coming? Ever since Chick-fil-A debuted in 1967 in Atlanta, it has been established to be a religiously influenced fast food chain. Hell, they don't even open on Sundays, Thanksgivings, on Christmas. The man himself is a devout Southern conservative Christian, so himself coming out and making this statement doesn't surprise me at the very least. Another thing that doesn't surprise me is the predictable backlash and support it has received. As this chart here displays the distribution of Chick-fil-A store units, anyone with a functioning cerebellum will notice that most of them are dispersed in the South. Let me repeat that. In the South. So, it's not a mystery as to how so many people lined up on Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day and showed their appreciation. And while we're at it, doesn't that strike anyone as being completely ironic? Oh yeah, what's the very first thing Americans do in order to show their biblical morals and stance on traditional marriage? By eating. Yeah, that makes perfect fucking sense. While these Bible thumpers are chowing down on their McNuggets, others are staging various boycotts and some are even demanding that their stores be taken away from their college campuses. Unfortunately, this pales in comparison towards the positive reception of Chick-fil-A supporting traditional marriage. Just check out that line, full of hungry, fat Americans. And in all honesty, I don't see what a boycott will do. Oh, but wait, at the beginning of the video you said that you supported these boycotts. Oh, please elaborate, random stranger on the internet. Sure, I do support them in the general sense, but, well, you see, Chick-fil-A is a fast food chain. That means people go to these places for an inexpensive meal with quick calories and carbohydrates to draw our energy from. Not only do they provide a service that satisfies the temporary needs of many hungry fat-ass Americans, but they also provide various job opportunities, benefits, and taxes that our city uses. In other words, an industry that is part of our American economy. Now granted, Chick-fil-A is rather small compared to KFC and McDonald's, but in the end, it does provide people in desperate of a job. In this time of a recession, a boycott would be... yeah. On a small note, I will give my small compliments to the man himself, Dan Cathy, expressing his thoughts. Whatever he believes is right is, like it or not, an embodiment of our First Amendment. No matter how irrational or illogical that remark is, he has the right to say it, and I commend him for that. Also, I would like to point out that Dan Cathy isn't banning gays from entering his store, because in his own bigoted eyes, gay money is still money. So, where is this leading to? What is the purpose of this rant? I'll tell you. My main question is, why did he say this in the first place? Why now, of all times, during 2012, when America is going through one of the worst recessions of its lifetime? After all, a quick glance over the store unit distribution reveals that most of them are located near the South. Saying that they're in support of traditional marriage doesn't hurt their business at all. It helps them, and we've seen this on Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day, factoring in the part where the company has reached more than $4 billion in 2011 for a 13% sales increase last year, and their claim that they had 14 consecutive annual sales increase each year. It's quite possible that the reason Chick-fil-A CEO said such a thing is because he wanted to promote. I know that I sound like a conspiracy nut here, but hear me out. During the 2010 era and the years to come, we've seen a sharp turn in gay rights crusades for the better. Various companies such as JCPenney and Oreos have placed ads referencing this, and the result? The business world is becoming much more vocal about their support for equality. Our president himself said that even he supported gay marriage. So is it possible that this statement, this small, insignificant statement made by Dan Cathy, CEO of Chick-fil-A, is a response towards this? Is it possible that in the future, owners of various companies ranging from retail outlets to fast food chains will become more vocal about their stance on marriage? Will it in the end have a strong influence in our economy? Then again, maybe I'm just overanalyzing this. Maybe Dan Cathy just wants more money, and can you blame him? He's a businessman. But hey, I'm sure gonna miss those fries.